Hi ladies and gentlemen, here's my 14th video message related to COVID-19. We are April 1st, 2020, it's 5 p.m. Good news, we are still at 37 cases in the region, including 25 cases related to a retirement home in Maria. Let's continue to be cautious and vigilant as much as possible. There may be people who are infected but undiagnosed around us. Also, continue together to say a big thank you to all those who continue to offer our essential services days after days. I should also tell you that I will decrease the frequency of my messages. At the beginning, each day was fine, but over time I start to repeat myself and I have noticed that the number of views has decreased. So messages are less efficient than they were at the beginning. So if I want my message to go, the strategy will be to decrease the frequency and be less repetitive. For this message, with the good weather coming, I will focus on the issue of public places versus the obligations imposed by public health. I will also send you information on public health directives for the workplace and share essential contact information. So last Friday, I spoke with the General Manager of Forillon National Park about public access to the park. Parks Canada's decision was released this week. Basically, we must understand that, officially, the park is closed, the roads are closed, the parking lots are closed, the shelters are closed, and the forest rescue services are closed. This answers a Canada-wide directive that to reduce the chances that people come together and share the coronavirus. And it's aligned with the public health guidelines. If people want to venture on the trails, they are not fenced, but it's strongly discouraged, given the lack of services and shelters. For the moment, it's the same approach that we use on municipal infrastructures, Alderman Beach, the bike path, the Jacques-Cartier promenade, our playgrounds, etc. We haven't closed anything, but we don't facilitate access either. So summer is coming, the snow will melt, and we hope the COVID will leave the region at the same time as the snow. Otherwise, you will have to understand that we will seek the advice of public health specialists before allowing people to go to the parks, to Berceau du Canada, to the bike path, on the promenade or elsewhere. If you take the Jacques-Cartier promenade or the bike path, for example, we will agree that it's impossible to meet someone, thereby keeping a distance of 2 meters. Opening those places would add risk of spreading the virus, and our job is to prevent its spread. Same thing in children's playgrounds. Opening them means that we would allow one family at a time to avoid any gatherings. Then, we should disinfect everything after the passage of each family, and so on. And this would be for the 15 playgrounds on our territory. Not easy to manage. So, before going further, we will first follow the evolution of pandemic regionally and nationally, and then have an opinion or protocol with public health before giving any form of access to this kind of municipal infrastructures. Let the virus calm down and let us do it right. Now, for our companies, the National Institute of Public Health has developed comprehensive protocols to minimize the risk of spread. It applies as much in our fishing factories as on boats, at LM or any construction sites, for our restaurants, our delivery people, for our grocery stores, for our service stations, or elsewhere. Everywhere, public health imposes right and rigorous work protocols, and we hope that they are followed. Those who want to read these protocols, they are public at covid-19/COVID-santé/au-travail, TRAVAIL. Last subject. I remind you that every week I have many regional and national contacts and coordination. This morning I was reminded that all governments and other services are accessible because the employees are at work, even from a distance. For people who have questions about federal programs, it's 1800 Canada. On Quebec programs, it's the same number for the coronavirus. It's 1-877-644-4545 or the Service Quebec office at Carrefour Gaspé. For businesses, the MRC and the SADC are there. 418-368-7000 or 418-368-2906. And for the municipal services, it's always a 418-368-2104 or by using Facebook or our website. To conclude, I once again remind you the reference number for questions in COVID-19 or an appointment for testing. It's 1-877-644-4545 or on the web at quebec.ca/coronavirus. For psychosocial emergencies, it's 811. And I still remind you of the essential measures. If you return from a trip from abroad or from another region of Quebec, it's compulsory isolation for 14 days. For everyone, wash your hands frequently. Avoid human contact and stay 2 meters or 6 feet of anyone. Avoid any gathering, even in your homes or your chalet, even in sugar shacks, where only production is authorized by public health. No gatherings. Make presents in public places to the bare minimum. Pay by credit or debit cards. And for people over 70 or who have chronic disease, stay home. I also remind you, no visit to the homes of seniors, please. Call them, but don't go there. And I also remind you that in shops that are still open, it's one person at a time per family. And I ask you once again to encourage our local merchants as much as possible during this period of crisis. Many of them offers delivery, takeout, or online services. For them who want to volunteer to help vulnerable peoples while respecting distancing precautions, it's always the www.jebénévole.ca, jebénévole.ca, or contact Vision Gaspé personnel. Also, be careful when dealing with scams by email or text. Thank you to follow the instructions. It's important. Every action counts. It's going to be fine.